In today's video, we are testing one of the new ultimate weapons added to the game, the Hivemaster. Quick disclaimer, we don't have the unique ability fully upgraded yet, and the weapon isn't fully catalyzed either. So this is just a first impressions review. But first, let's talk about the grind. I'm not gonna get into the dungeon itself, we are saving that for a future video. I actually got pretty lucky with the parts. I managed to get pretty much everything I was tracking even before the target reward dropped for me. As for the new material, the organic matter, you get that after beating the boss, usually somewhere between 5 to 11 each round. That was definitely our main bottleneck, but the devs did listen to the feedback and lowered the amount needed per part from 100 down to 50, which is a huge help.
I would say the grind for this was not that bad compared to what you had to do or what they wanted you to do for the two swords and the Void Vessel 2. This was not a big deal. For me, I actually got the weapon fully finished. Like, I got all the parts and the materials even quicker than you. And the reason is because, yes, it is like 5 to 11, generally speaking, for the material you need, aside from the actual part. But there was at least two times, where I got a drop of that material, the Withering, whatever it's called. I got a drop of 100 for that. And I didn't think much of it, because it doesn't really tell you unless you look at it or see it on the side. It's not like in the Void Vessel, but I thought maybe it was a bug, but I don't think it is, because it's 100, which seems reasonable, once in a blue moon, and it happened twice, and then it actually happened to you once. So
yeah,
requiring only 50 per part, or 50, 50, 50, so 150 per each time you craft it isn't really that bad, especially considering you can get a random 100. So this grind, I had no problem with it. It really wasn't that bad.
We haven't tested this weapon yet. In the unique ability, it says that when you have this like buff on yourself, you can apply a flying bug, an insect, on the top of the head of one of the enemies you're shooting, and that creates the multi-hit.
The read up on it is pretty big. Basically, it's incubate, and then once you get full stacks, it grants incubation complete, and then when you hit an enemy with incubation complete while it's active, it removes incubation complete and inflicts attach bug. I mean, it's a really I don't know if convoluted is the right way, but it gets a bit wordy. But basically, yeah, you can attach a bug to what you're shooting, and then you get like multi-hit with it. So like you said, we haven't really tested it yet. We're still, well, right now I'm honestly just waiting on a core binder, so yeah, I'm trying to get it semi built out, but it seems really cool. It definitely is a multi-hit weapon, so you probably want some multi-hit modules in the gun. I don't know what kind of cores we're going to be able to put in it, and it is a tactical, it's the orange ammo, and I don't know, but this might be the most wild, non-looking weapon in the game. I mean, a lot of the firearms they put in the game kind of look semi based off of like a real firearm. This thing is just like crazy. It looks crazy. The unique ability seems really cool, and I'm sure maxing it out is, I don't know how often that chance, or like, I guess the requirements to get the little bug to come out, that probably will be lowered with the unique ability, maxing the gun out. So overall, it seems really cool. We need to try it, but it does seem cool.
We decided to go to the lab. Sadly, we can go together, so we just tried to replicate what each of us were doing in the lab at the same time. We spawned the Volgus max level, I think it's 260, and we also had a formation where they had a bunch together, kind of like in a cross, because we wanted to shoot the middle guy. The reason for that is because when you shoot a guy, you apply the bug, flying insect, and if you keep shooting the same guy, then is when you get a boost on the damage, if I'm not mistaken, and the chance to get the electricity shock beam out of the bug.
Yeah, this weapon, it has a lot of stuff with it. I mean, there's just a lot of things with it, and we just have it crafted one time. We don't have the unique ability maxed out 4 times, and I know for a fact that some weapons can feel not good at all when you first craft them, but then when you craft them 4 more times and infuse it so that you have your unique ability maxed out, they feel really good. And this weapon kind of feels like that. I think the gun itself is okay, but attaching the bug wasn't really the problem. And I don't know for sure, because this is a little bit confusing to me. if you look at all of it, at some point where it says shock bug beam on the unique ability, it says firing interval is 10 seconds. That's like the base setting without enhancing it. So I would assume that if you increase the unique ability on it, that firing interval should get lower. It should, I mean, that to me sounds like every 10 seconds it'll fire the multi-hit electricity, right? I might be completely wrong. Someone that studies the game harder or cares more than I care probably would know more, but that's what it sounds like to me. So I assume that if you enhance the unique ability, you can get that lower. So instead of 10 seconds, maybe it goes down to like 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. So you get that multi-hit lightning bolt electricity, not lightning bolt, electricity to come out faster. The thing I don't understand is underneath of it, it says minimum firing interval. I don't know what that means, and that says 1.2. That's where I'm a little bit confused on it, but I really think that the weapon probably would feel a lot better with the unique ability enhanced, is what I'm trying to say.
If I had to take a wild guess, I would say that maybe that means that the lowest you can have it is 1.2. So maybe the shock bug beam will be firing every 1.2 seconds. And that would be
but
amazing.
I don't understand why I would need to say that. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know if they are giving us extra info or they mean something else by that.
But another thing that could go up, I mean, applied target is 5, so I'm assuming that number should go up too. Because not all these stats go up when you enhance it on every weapon, so I don't know exactly what it would be until I can do that. But I would assume the applied targets should go up. I don't know if the damage from the firearm, like you're doing more damage to whoever you applied it to. I don't know if that'll go up too. And then the surrounding enemy detection range. So the radius is 10 meters right now. I'm assuming that could get a lot higher, so it should jump more. There's a lot of other ones, but those were kind of the ones I was curious about because it didn't activate near as much as I was hoping it would. And the weapon is not done. I mean, we are missing 2 or 3 modules. So we're missing multiple catalysts. We have an energy activator. We don't even know if this is what we want. We just kind of did something quick for the video. So we want to optimize the build for it, make it better. And as far as cores go, same thing. We put a core binder in it, but we're missing, we're not missing. It's just, I didn't have a lot of weapon cores, so I just kind of had to take what I could get, more or less. So the weapon is not built out fully, is not even maybe built out the way we would want it to be built, and it's missing 4 enhancements on the unique ability. So it not in a great place, right? But it still felt good, and it still seems like it could be really cool.
Yeah, when we tested this weapon in the actual field, because it's not the same to shoot somebody that is not moving in the lab, that actually play the game with this weapon, I noticed that the recoil wasn't vertical, but kind of horizontal to the sides. And at the beginning, I think I like it, but then I realized if I aim down sight this weapon and I try to get weak spots, it's kind of hard to hit the tiny head of the bulgos with this pattern.
Another thing with this weapon, we have it to where it fires pretty fast. It worked really well even without having the shock bug beam activating from like Sigma sector and down. You know, that level of enemy down. Once we went ahead of that, you know, Void Erosion Purge, Void Vessel 2, or certainly the new dungeon, the supermassive one, then it worked okay, but if I was just using the weapon, which in most cases I wouldn't be doing that, I struggled. Again, back to what I said, it's nowhere near done. I want to finish it, max it out, all that stuff, and maybe rebuild it to some degree, and just testing it. But if I applied it with, because I was using Valby, if I used some skills with her, then it was okay. It still could get through it, more or less, but yeah, it's hard for me to say. It feels like it could be a good weapon, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to build it more.
If we compare this weapon with the last ones we got at the beginning of the season, I think there was a Scar Rifle and then the launcher. The launcher was fine, but we couldn't really fully test it because it was Battle Pass exclusive, and that was when we only got 2 versions of the weapon, so we only had it upgraded once. We knew that was really good, but we couldn't really do anything about that. The Scar Rifle, that other, I think it's called the Razor. I never really even liked it. I thought it was good when we had that weird preview demo because the season was taking so long. They let us have a tiny bit of a bite. They gave us nail and they gave us that weapon fully catalyzed and everything. It felt good then, but then when I tried myself, it didn't feel that good. Maybe I wasn't building it right. Maybe I wasn't using it with the right character. Whatever it was, and that weapon was pretty much fully done for us, and it didn't feel that good. This weapon, even being not done, it feels like it has so much potential. It just, if you just do it the right way.
I think also this is one of those weapons that it very well could be good. Somebody knows. Somebody has lived in the game long enough to have finished this out and probably knows if it's really good or mid or not good. Let's say it isn't, which this is just hypothetical because I don't know. For me it is because I don't know. It's not hypothetical because somebody knows, but let's just say it isn't. It feels like it could be a weapon that could be eventually, like the Kingsguard Lance. I didn't think that weapon was that great, and then they did this really big buff on it, and it was super good. It kind of feels like one of those.
There's
and honestly, I think this weapon feels more fun to use, even if it's not great right now because of how we don't have enough time with it, than the Scout Rifle from last season, and even the launcher. That launcher was really good, and I know if you max it, even with what we had, only having it enhanced once, it was really good. I didn't think it was fun. I just didn't think it was that fun. It was practical, but it wasn't fun. This weapon feels like it could be more fun. I'm really curious if what somebody that has fully optimized their build for it thinks about it.
So guys, let us know how you feel about this weapon, if you have it fully maxed out or not, or you have an amazing build you want to share with us. And thank you so much for watching.